Good mornings, brothers from another mother. Welcome to another review from me, Matt, on this glorious Sunday, the Bearded Berserker. Hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are in the world, whatever you're getting up to and whatever you're doing. As per usual, a massive thank you from me to literally each and every one of you guys out there that's supporting what I do over there on Instagram as Viking Beard Matt. All one word. If you're not following, please give us a follow. And for basically liking and enjoying the content that I'm putting out on my Bearded Berserker YouTube channel. Now, I know I say this each and every time. Now, the reason why I set up Instagram and YouTube, nearly 2 years ago, I think now, getting on for, is to purely help and support and promote and encourage small brands, individuals and craftsmen out there that are making some amazing products, and not these huge massive faceless brands that slap their name on something because they know as soon as it goes to market people will just go and buy it. Plus it's not factory made stuff, if you know what I mean. Those factory made bits and pieces and doodads and stuff, they're kind of like out of a mould, they're done, there's no passion behind it, there's no craftsmanship, the machines are making it, churned out. And with these smaller brands, individuals and craftsmen, they have to work their backsides off to make their products as best as they possibly can do, because they know as soon as they release it onto market, they're going to have to come into direct competition with other brands and also these huge, massive companies, faceless bastards out there. And so it's purely here to help and support them as much as personally as I can with my little iPad and doing what I can to help. Now, this is part 2 of a review that I started doing for Odins Eye Leather. I will be putting links down below in the description box. So please give him some help and support and follow him. And here we go. Now, I'm going to need my glasses for this because I'm old and I can't see stuff that's right in front of my eyes, yet I can see stuff miles away. So here we go. Now, the first bits that we did review, or I reviewed for Odins Eye Leather, was the antler pendant, the leather pouch with the rune stones in it, and the oak rune pendant. And we've got a couple of leather bits that we're going to be looking at today, seeing what I think of, giving you guys my completely honest opinion. Because I, the same as you guys, am a consumer. And there is nothing worse than going out spending our hard-earned pennies on stuff that we get through and it's just poorly made, doesn't live up to expectations. And there's nothing worse than spending money on stuff that's just junk. So I give you guys my completely honest opinion of it. I'm not affiliated to any of these brands whatsoever, completely unbiased and honest. Each and every single one of these reviews that I've done on YouTube, stuff that I go out and buy myself, stuff that gets sent through, I'm completely honest with. If you are a small brand, individual and craftsman out there and you need any help whatsoever, then please get in touch with me, because I would love to hear from you and would love to help and really want to keep this channel going. Obviously it's getting harder because I've reviewed a lot of products, if you know what I mean. I think I'm well over 250 reviews now. And also coming up to about 17,000 views and 370 odd subscribers, which is good for just an old git. But anyway, I digress. So, first of all, this is the card that was sent through. Odins Eye Leather. Basically New Age Viking wear and all other sorts of bits and pieces. Welcomes custom orders as well, and here's from South Ayrshire in Scotland, and there's all his details and doodads and everything, but like I say, I'll be putting links down below, so please be sure to give him a follow and a check-up. And he's sent through, on top of the 3 other bits that I reviewed for him, a couple of leather braces, cuffs, whichever you want to call them. And I'm just going to pull my notes up because I need to give you guys all the notes on it. So the first one we're going to be looking at is this brace that was sent through. Now, this is basically a leather triquetra bracer, made from 4mm thick veg tan leather. The design was drawn and modified basically from a free image that you got from Image Bank online. which he basically then copied onto tracing paper, then put it onto the leather and basically transferred everything across. Now, everything on this was an experiment. I think it was one of the kind of first pieces that he'd actually done and tried to see how it worked out. So everything on here is hand cut, embossed and dyed, and the border and background are finished with light brown and black leather dye. The actual design itself, he was going to leave it as is, but he decided at the last minute to switch it out, give it a bit of a black wash and everything like that. And the thing that I like about this is obviously it's adjustable. You get the leather thong strap with it so that you can tie it up and adjust it. Now, unfortunately for me, I've got very dainty, feeble wrists, if you know what I mean. So this will fit, this one will, but unfortunately the other cuff that he has sent through basically does not fit because I've got dainty little wrists. And so it's really, really nice. It's a thick, sturdy leather. It's well made. As you can see, all the silver eyelets and everything that is put on there. And the actual sort of carved design is simply stunning. I've got a lot of sort of Celtic artwork and stuff like that and tribal on me, and a lot of it I did to design myself, so I know how hard it is to sort of like follow the patterns and get all, if you know what I mean, the ins and the outs and everything following properly without it looking weird, because there's nothing worse when you sort of like you go under there and then you suddenly realise you've gone over the top there and stuff. And it's a really thick, sturdy piece. It's then finished off with silver eyelets, and the braces are available for customer request. He'll pretty much put whatever you want on a bracer. I've actually got a leather cuff at the moment that I'm getting him to design for me, because don't know whether you know or not, me and my wife, we're renewing our wedding vows. We've had some hassle this year, especially her, bless her, with a cancer scare and everything like that. And originally our wedding wasn't particularly great or anything like that. It was all done on a shoestring budget. And so we decided to renew our vows in the church this time as opposed to a registry office. I'm ordering my wife a new wedding ring, whereas my wedding ring is still fine. But I'm getting him to design a leather cuff that I'm going to be wearing instead of putting a new wedding ring or taking this one off while this one is fine. So that'll be nice as well to use that. And it's going to have a Scottish theme because the whole wedding renewal that we're doing is kind of Scottish and Highlands themes, because my ancestors are originally from Wales and they have their own tartan, and my wife, her ancestors are Scottish and she has her own tartan. So we're not going for either of those, we're going for something completely different. So it'd be nice to wear a piece of crafted thing instead of bracelets or watch or something like that full on, as opposed to a ring, which I don't have room for. And so really, really nice piece. They go for anywhere between £35 to £40. Exceptionally well made. I will just hold it up to the camera so you can actually see the quality of the work that's been done in there, especially as this was kind of like an experimental piece that he has done. And there are a lot of people out there that do, what's the word? LARP, live action role play and reenactment and stuff like that. This is going to be great because obviously you can get whatever you want put on there. You do get the leather cord as well. And it is beautiful. I actually love the design of it, and I'm toying with the idea of finding some way of actually just mounting it in a frame or something like that on the wall. It's a nice piece of artwork. It's a beautiful thing, and I love that smell of leather. I said yesterday in a review that I'd done that when I was a kid, I used to go to Spain and Menorca, and there's loads of leather shops, handbags, belts, wallets and stuff like that. And it kind of just invokes me back to that time on holiday in Menorca in Spain, where I used to walk in the shop. So I love that smell of leather. Second one here sent me. It's up to you exactly which way you want to put it. That way round, this way round, that way round, probably not that way round. Is a dragon scale leather wrist cuff made from veg tan leather that is roughly between 4 to 5 mil thick. Each scale was hand drawn at first, so not every scale will be the same, and then, like the bracer, is transformed over with tracing paper and then hand carved and embossed. It's then dyed with a black leather dye, left to dry, and then each scale was hand painted with a dark red acrylic paint, and then leather acrylic paint, and then finished off with a coat of neutral Resolene and 3 black poppers. The wrist cuffs are open for custom designs, and they go for around about 25 quid. So this is absolutely beautiful. This is the sort of thing that I'm getting him to design, possibly slightly thinner. So it's only about so big. I don't want anything too bulky, if you know what I mean. I have to wear a shirt and tie and stuff for work, but it'd just be nice to kind of get something slightly thicker than watch strap width. But again, the actual stitching that he's done on there is so good. I could not do anything like that. It's a really nice, thick, heavy gauge leather. Decent poppers on there, because I'm always a bit worried with poppers, if you know what I mean. The fact that because they're on something that's kind of quite heavy and stressed and stuff like that, they can, some of the cheaper poppers, they just kind of like pop open, so eventually by the end of the day, and obviously with leather and stuff, your own oils will seep into it, so it will eventually sort of take your wrist shape and everything and get quite happy of sitting on it. Unfortunately, like I say, for my dainty little wrists, this one is on the large size. I can't put it on because yeah, so it's a bit flappy, if you know what I mean. I do like a sort of snug fit, but this one is a bit on the loose side, but it doesn't matter. This is just one that he has sent through for review, and I do like the way with it, like he says, the coloration of it is beautiful, and the fact that each sort of scale is slightly different. It's not one of these machine things that goes to a factory machine, and I love crafts, you know, stuff that people make and have the skill to make, which I wouldn't even know where to start for making something like this. Such great skill in everything Odins Eye Leather is doing, from the pendant to the rune stones that he sent through to the leather pouch and the oak rune pendant. And so really decent sort of gauge poppers on there, not sort of flimsy stuff. Everything feels solid and well made. Well, it should do, because it's on a single sort of like obviously sheet of leather and everything, but really nice thickness. It's not thin and horrible and flimsy. So I should imagine if you're doing reenactment, LARP and stuff like that, if you're an archer, Viking, Celtic, whatever, then these are going to be right up your alley, especially as the fact that he'll design and make you something just for you, whether it's traditional stuff, mythology and everything else. And the work that goes into it is phenomenal. And so I like to say the price wise on this cuff go for around about £25, depending on how you want it, how thick, how big, what design work you want on it. And for the other bracer, anywhere between £35 to £40. Would I pay that for that? Hell yes, in a heartbeat. I think they're really well made, really well designed. The artwork on there is stunning, and the craftsmanship in there is just truly, truly phenomenal. So I'll show that again. That is the actual bracer, and you can obviously adjust it up to fairly close. So that will actually fit my wrist, which is fine, but obviously on a day-to-day wear and everything, it's a bit clumpy for me, but it's a beautiful design, so I'm going to try and find some way, somehow, somewhere of being able to mount that in a frame or something, and I'm going to do exactly the same with this as well, mount it, because I just love the craftsmanship, whether it fits or doesn't fit, whichever, because he just sent through a generic one to review and everything, and I absolutely love it. I think his work is stunning, the time and effort and passion that goes into it. It's like before the review, I got in touch with Odins Eye Leather and said, look, can you send me any info that you've got on these pieces? Because I want to get everything into the review so that I can tell you guys and get all his info in it. And he literally sent me sort of like on Instagram, huge amount of write-up and everything on what he does, which is nice because it shows me that he is passionate in what he's doing, believes in what he's doing, and the love, time, effort and craftsmanship that goes into making them is just absolutely fantastic. And I cannot thank Odins Eye Leather enough for sending those through. I'm extremely interested to see what he comes up with, kind of like traditional Scottish Celtic sort of designs on the bracelet that he's going to be making, or that I've commissioned him to make. So that'll be interesting. Like I say, looking at kind of around about that sort of width, if you know what I mean, just enough that it's a cuff, or slightly bigger than watch strap, but it's beautiful. I absolutely love it. And the craftsmanship, decent quality leather, decent poppers on it, customer service, fantastic. And like I say, even with the horn pendants that he's doing, this red deer antler that he's done is a beautiful thing. Absolutely love it, and cannot thank Odins Eye Leather enough for sending those bits through. I will be putting links down below in the description box. And if you notice with all my videos, I know I'm just going off on a slight tangent here, that with each and every single the 250, 260 odd videos that I've done, there is no cuts or breaks in it. Everything is just literally start and finish. Now, in my opinion, we're all entitled to our own opinion. If a small brand, individual, craftsman is good enough to send a product through for me to review and try and help them and support them and promote them and everything else, what I want to do is to show them that I've learnt about your products. I've researched it. I've looked in what you're doing, what you're creating and everything like that, and your notes that I put up, my notes and everything else like that for the review. So I want to learn about these products. It's not just a reading from and yeah, blah, 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 because that's fucking dull. So all my reviews that I do are from one start basically to the end of the review. There is no cuts. There's not going to be music and flashy graphics and stuff popping up, because I don't do that on this channel. You want to learn about the piece, you want to hear about the piece, not about me. None of this is about me. It's about these small brands, individuals and craftsmen and stuff. So the least I can do is to learn about the product so I can deliver a full review. And believe it or not, sometimes with some of the reviews, I literally have to retake them 5 to 10 times, because the dogs will start barking, the postman will turn up, something will happen outside, the phone will ring and stuff like that. So stop, delete that, start again. Something else will happen, stop, delete that. And usually it's just as I'm about to finish the review, something will kick off or someone will knock at the door or whatever. So it's just my way of showing you guys, thank you so much. And I appreciate all these reviews that I get in and everything. I would love to keep this channel going, because it's not about me. The same with my Instagram. It's not about me posting pictures. If you notice with all the pictures that I put up on Instagram and everything, I always kind of fade myself out into black and white and then have the actual items that I'm reviewing in colour, if you know what I mean, because I don't matter. It's not about me. It's about helping and supporting and promoting these small brands, which we really, really, really need to do. Now, I hope you've enjoyed my review for today. Links will be down below in the description box. Also, just looking at the camera while I'm doing the review. If you do like the t-shirt, this is from North Wanderers. I did do a couple of reviews on them a while back. So please give them a look up as well. They do those different designs and that, especially if you're into your Vikings, Norse style. So thank you for that. Have a great what's left of the weekend. I've got work this evening. I've got another review coming tomorrow. So please keep on taking care of each other. Please look after each other and help and support each other, because unfortunately, a friend of mine that was on Instagram is no longer with us. And even though we're blokes and we're supposed to be doing the whole blokey thing of like what the and everything else like that, we all have issues, problems, stuff going on in your life and everything that is really hard to deal with. At any point, if anyone is under stress, feeling hassled, having problems, whichever, please get in touch with me. You know, I'm quite happy to sit here and chat about it, and I think a lot more needs to be done for men's mental health. It's all right for women, you know. Women will cry at just about anything, and women kind of wear their hearts in the sleeves. But as blokes, especially with the whole Viking thing and everything else going on, we've all got issues and stuff, insecurities. I hate watching myself on video and everything, you know. I know I'm going off on a real tangent here to the review that I've just done, but we've all got issues and stuff going on in my life. I hate the way I look, you know. Part of the reason I grew a beard is to hide most of the shit that was underneath it. When I left school and everything, I was in the fire service and seen some pretty horrendous shit and stuff like that that's gone on. And we need, as men, males, whatever, you're not an alpha male. There's no such thing as an alpha male. It's just bullshit and bravado, in my opinion. If anybody needs any help, just someone to talk to, shoulder to cry on, whatever, get in touch with me over there on Instagram or YouTube and stuff like that. I'm going to be doing a few more pieces on this because it's kind of affected me, you know, that one of my friends is no longer with us, and it's like, could I have done something? Who knows and everything, but it's knowing that there is always someone to turn to, even if it's just a complete stranger in life. People are out there to help, whether it's organisations and stuff. And just because we're blokes doesn't mean we're immune to everything, you know. We're not supposed to be blokey, yeah, all the time, yeah, nothing affects me and everything. We all go through it, shit points, high points, low points, fucking really bad points in life. I've been through enough in my life to kind of know that. But anybody needs anything, please just get in contact with me. But thank you guys. Have a great day. Keep on taking care and looking after each other. Keep on helping and supporting each other. Keep on loving each other. And above all, keep on growing those beards. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next review from me, Matt, the Bearded Berserker. Have a great one, guys. Thank you.